Hey everyone, today I'm looking at the best no contract prepaid cell phone plans. So if you're like me, you don't want any contracts or strings holding you down. I want the freedom to be able to immediately switch based on where I'm moving, where I'm traveling, or where I just happen to find the best price and the best service. And those things can change for me. I might have certain months where work is going really well and I might need extra data because I'm traveling a lot. I need to be able to use my phone for hotspot data, but then I have months where that's not the case. And it's best for me to be able to make that switch and find something that is most affordable and has the benefits I need from time to time. So I'm going to start with that concept of flexibility by looking at US Mobile. So the thing I love about US Mobile is that they have options to choose the network you want to use, and they have perks. So since I'm looking right here, we're going to look at these perks. Most prepaid no contract phone offerings give you one, maybe two perks included. So here you can choose from 10 of these perks. And if you have the unlimited premium plan and you have 3 lines, then it doesn't cost you as much. But this gives you access to cheaper perks that you can just add to your plan. Now, again, not all of these are free. You're still going to pay for some of these. But you do get some monthly credit if you are adding more perks and you have more plans. So I actually use several of these music sources when I'm listening to music. It really depends on where I am and what device I'm using. And of course, I use all of these video services. I don't really have gaming for myself or my kids, but if you do, that's a lot to choose from. You're not just stuck with the one thing. And speaking of not being stuck with the one thing, this company stands out because you can switch carriers. You can choose between Verizon, T-Mobile, and AT&T in terms of their towers. And depending on the phone you have, you can actually pick manually, you can change. So let's say you're over here in Hoboken and suddenly you're going to move down to South Carolina for a couple of months to help take care of your mom. So you realize that up in Hoboken, Verizon works, or T-Mobile works best, but down where you are going to be in South Carolina, T-Mobile doesn't have good coverage. Well, in that case, while you're checking out everything that's going on below that Mason-Dixon line, you can change your tower manually so that your phone now uses a different tower. Now, they have these names for the speed and the coverage: Super Carrier, Dark Star, Warp, and Lightspeed. You can also pick the option if you have a phone that can support 2 SIM cards. You can pick the option of auto changing. So with that, you would pick 2 of those 3 between AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon. You would put 2 different cards in your phone, and then your phone would automatically choose whoever has the best coverage no matter where you are. So let's say you're going on a hike with some friends. Your phone might pop onto a T-Mobile network when you first start your hike. And then when you get to the top and you're trying to make a phone call to show your mom where you are, it's going to pop over to Verizon because there's better coverage on top of the mountain. So there's a lot to be said for that. Then we come over here to Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile has always been appealing to me because I like the idea of paying ahead of time and saving money. But I recognize that not everyone has that ability. It's not necessarily in everyone's budget. But if it is, you can get some of the best discounts by paying ahead of time with Mint Mobile. I want to clarify that this payment ahead of time does not mean that there's any contract. There is still no contract prepaid setup here for your phone. The difference is you are sort of locked in the sense that you've already paid for the service. Now that to me is tantamount to paying a year in advance for a gym membership. Just because you've paid for the year doesn't mean you can't switch gyms halfway through the year. It's just kind of on you to decide if it's worth losing that extra money. Now, there's always a new plan going on right here for unlimited, around $15 per month for new customers. The downside is that is only based on the amount of months you purchase the first time, 3, 6, or 12 months. And then after that, it goes back to this normal 20, 25, 35, whatever. So the best discounts from Mint Mobile really only come to new customers. They don't have, as far as I've looked over the last 3 years, they don't have a lot of plans for recurring customers or people who have already purchased and are just renewing their plan. So you're going to have the best deals when you start, but bear in mind that those benefits are going to go down the drain once you've been with them for a while, kind of like a crappy relationship. So in that case, focus on buying 12 months in advance if you can, because at least then you get the best bang for your buck. I will say that they have pretty poor hotspot options, and though they do have 5G coverage, it will be deprioritized when things get busy. So that's just something to know when you are getting ready to make the switch. Straight Talk is an option with a lot of plans and services, and you can add things like a home phone. You can also add home internet and tablet coverage. I don't actually know anyone who still has a home phone line, but if that's something you're interested in, Straight Talk is one of the only prepaid no contract cell phone providers that will also offer a home phone benefit. They have a lot of plans, and most of their plans, you can see here, silver, gold, and platinum. There are bronze plans, and those are the most basic, 10 gigabytes. This is basically for a flip phone. They do actually have other private flip phone plans as well. And with this silver plan, they offer discounts similar to what you get with Mint Mobile, in that you can pay ahead of time and get a bigger discount for 3, 6, or 12 months respectively. Now, what they have to offer is pretty decent download, upload, and latency speeds here. You're going to need the gold or the platinum plan if you want to capitalize on Verizon's 5G or 5G ultra wideband. The silver and bronze plans just don't have that. Now, once you hit these 5G speeds, you'll see here those plans are so much better, right? We're talking, look at this, typical download speed up to 634. You're over here with this silver plan, boop, only up to 149. So there's a lot to be said for the improved speeds, upload and download that you get, and the better access to 5G speeds that you see here with the regular or ultra wideband. Now, the biggest benefit you have with Straight Talk is that the name kind of says it all. It's basically for talking, right? Unlimited data, talk, and text. You also have unlimited hotspot data over here if you get that platinum plan that I talked about. Then you have things like international calling and texting, device protection, 100 gigabytes of cloud storage, and for these two plans, Walmart Plus membership. So this is a great option if you're looking for a plan by yourself and you don't want that contract, you want something prepaid, but you also want the benefit of a Walmart Plus subscription, because incidentally, that's the only place you can get a Straight Talk phone. Visible, however, is going to be one of the cheapest plans, though it does use Verizon's towers. Where you saw limited data over here and some limited hotspot data with the things like silver and gold plans, Visible is there for people who use a lot of hotspot data, people who use their phones for streaming, who want to get discounts paying annually as well. So there's a lot of crossover with these other no contract prepaid options. But you get things like unlimited premium data, unlimited data, unlimited data. I know it sounds like I'm being repetitive, but I'm not. All of their plans come with unlimited data. That's kind of where Visible stands apart. Unlimited data. You don't have to pay for the most expensive plan like you do with Straight Talk. You just get it right away. And they don't have a lot of extras. So you're basically paying for things like smartwatch service discounts, streaming, spam blocks, and unlimited premium data. Unlimited premium data. Unlimited premium data. You get my point. Total Wireless is going to be best for no contracts, still using Verizon's 5G network, but where Visible is basically just unlimited premium data, probably can't say that enough, and unlimited use of your phone for a mobile hotspot. Total Wireless is better discounts for things like your smartphone. You can also add mobile hotspot data, home internet, or tablet, of course, and the more you add, the more discounts you get. But with Total Wireless, families see the biggest discounts. $50 per line for this 5G unlimited, right? Now, if we're coming over here with unlimited 5G data that doesn't slow down, unlimited hotspot, you're looking at $60 per month if you sign up with AutoPay. But suddenly I need a phone for my spouse. Well, that drops that price down to $47.50 each. Well, now I have a child, that's $40 each. I have 2 kids, that's $30 each. And that 5th line is free. So that $27 is all we're paying per month per line at that point. So with this, you'll see benefits like Disney Plus. None of these, of course, have the same options of benefits that you get with US Mobile, but that's not really what most people are looking for. Unlimited hotspot, unlimited 5G data, and with this 5G Plus plan, it doesn't slow down, which means it's not going to be deprioritized. Most of the time, if you have a prepaid line with no contract, you're kind of at the bottom of that totem pole. So if things get busy, people like T-Mobile and Verizon, companies like T-Mobile and Verizon will prioritize their main customers, the ones who have a contract, and they get the fastest access. And then prepaid, no contract plans get slower access. But with Total Wireless, you can avoid that with this particular plan. So a lot to choose from. These are my top 5 picks if you want the best no contract prepaid cell phone plan. US Mobile if you want to access 3 different carriers and switch networks. Mint Mobile if you want T-Mobile with discounts paying in advance, but you don't use a lot of data. Visible if you are looking for mobile hotspot and unlimited premium data with 5G and 5G ultra wideband. Best discounts for families with Total Wireless and still having access to unlimited hotspot and unlimited 5G data without deprioritization. And Straight Talk if you're looking for a plan by yourself that has that same type of unlimited hotspot and text and talk and data with a Walmart Plus membership.